When was the last time you felt at peace in your own skin? Not distracted. Not pretending. Not performing. Just you, sitting quietly and actually feeling proud to be the person you've become. Most people can't remember, because they've spent their lives trying to be enough for everyone but themselves. They give their time, their energy, their forgiveness, but rarely their understanding to the one person who needs it most, themselves. We talk about love like it's something we find. But the Stoics knew love is something we build. And the most important love of all isn't romantic, it's self-respect. Because if you lose that, every other kind of love will eventually crumble. Today, you'll learn how to rebuild that foundation, how to love yourself not through ego or vanity, but through discipline, honesty, and quiet strength. We live in an age of noise, endless validation, endless comparison, endless distraction. We have more followers, more messages, more opportunities, and yet, more people than ever feel hollow inside. Here's the truth most won't admit. You can't feel full from the outside in. You can only feel full when what's inside you matches how you live. You can date the most beautiful person, land your dream job, buy the car, post the photos. But if you've lost your self-respect in the process, it all turns to dust. Because peace doesn't come from possessions. It comes from alignment. The Stoics had a word for this, eudaimonia, a life lived in harmony with your values. And if you're not aligned, your soul keeps sending you signals, that quiet anxiety you feel when you say yes to something you hate. That exhaustion after another day spent people-pleasing. That sinking feeling when you catch your own reflection and feel like a stranger. Those are not random moods. They're your spirit begging you to come home. You can't escape yourself. Wherever you go, you're there, with your thoughts, your habits, your regrets. So the question isn't how to run from them, but how to reconnect. Start here. Speak to yourself like someone you respect. Most people talk to themselves like they're their own worst enemy. They forgive everyone else's mistakes but punish themselves for being human. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." That includes being good to yourself. Self-respect isn't built through comfort. It's built through consistency. Through the small, unseen moments when you choose discipline over indulgence, truth over denial, boundaries over approval. Keep the promises you make to yourself, even the smallest ones. Wake up when you said you would. Finish what you started. Stop saying yes when you mean no. Every time you do, you repair the trust that your own mind has lost in you. And that trust, that inner reliability, becomes your quiet power. Let's be honest, we're terrified of disappointing people. We say yes when we're exhausted. We agree when we disagree. We overextend ourselves to protect other people's comfort and abandon our own peace in the process. But the truth is, you can't save everyone while drowning. Stoics didn't see boundaries as walls. They saw them as order, the natural structure of a well-ruled life. Marcus Aurelius compared the mind to a fortress. He said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If you let everyone in, chaos becomes your color." Saying no isn't rejection. It's self-governance. It's declaring, "My time, my energy, my sanity, these are sacred." Yes, people will call you selfish. But often it's the selfish who hate when you stop being self-sacrificing. And when the guilt comes, because it will, remember, guilt is often a sign you're healing from a lifetime of overgiving. Your peace will always offend those who profit from your chaos. Some people don't deserve access to you. Not because they're evil, but because they refuse to grow. We all hold on too long, to friends who drain us, to lovers who confuse us, to memories that don't serve us. We tell ourselves we're being loyal, but often it's fear. Fear of being alone, fear of admitting the story is over. Seneca said, "Every new beginning comes from another beginning's end." Letting go is not loss, it's space. Space for peace, space for purpose, space for people who truly see you. When you stop begging for the bare minimum, you make room for the maximum life you were meant to live. Let them go, not with bitterness, but with gratitude for the lesson. Because every goodbye clears the path to your true tribe, those who meet your standards, not your scars. The loudest critic in your life will always be you. And if you don't master that voice, it will master you. The Stoics had a practice. They questioned every thought. Is this within my control? They'd ask. And if the answer was no, they released it. Try that. Next time your mind says, you'll fail, answer, maybe, but I'll still try. Next time it says, you're not enough, say, then I'll grow until I am. You can't shut the voice off. But you can change its tone. Turn the critic into a coach. Turn fear into feedback. Every time you act despite the doubt, you train your mind to follow courage instead of comfort. And one day, that inner noise will fade, not because it disappeared, but because your actions drowned it out. Self-care isn't candles and playlists. It's the courage to maintain your body, mind, and spirit when no one's watching. It's getting enough sleep. It's choosing the walk over the scroll. It's reading instead of ranting online. It's saying, I matter too. The Stoics weren't soft, but they cared for the self as sacred. They knew you can't serve the world with an empty soul. Every healthy choice you make tells your subconscious, I'm someone worth protecting. And over time, that belief rewires everything. Your confidence, your discipline, your sense of purpose. Solitude is the birthplace of strength. Most people fear being alone because they've never met themselves without an audience. But silence isn't a punishment, it's a mirror. When you sit alone long enough, you begin to hear the quiet truths beneath the noise. You realize how much of your life was shaped by imitation. By what the world told you to want instead of what your soul whispered you needed. Sit in stillness. Walk without headphones. Dine without your phone. Let the discomfort speak, because behind it lies clarity. Marcus Aurelius said, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul. Your soul isn't found through others. It's rediscovered in solitude." Here's a truth that will set you free. You don't need to be liked to be valuable. The world's approval is a wind. One moment it lifts you, the next it knocks you down. If you anchor your worth to it, you'll always drift. The Stoics didn't seek praise. They sought virtue, to act rightly, regardless of recognition. They knew the crowd's cheers are fickle, but a clear conscience is forever. So when you act, do it for the right reason, not for applause. When you speak, let truth guide you, not attention. And when you succeed, smile quietly, knowing your effort was honest. The moment you stop performing for others, you start living for yourself. And ironically, that authenticity is what will draw the right people to you anyway. You can't move forward dragging the chains of yesterday. Yet so many do, replaying every mistake, every regret, every if only. But guilt isn't growth. It's a cage disguised as atonement. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means finally accepting that the past no longer has the power to define you. The Stoics said, "To err is human. To persist in error is ignorance." You've already paid for your mistakes by living through them. Now use them. Turn them into wisdom. Write a letter to your past self if you must. Thank them for surviving, for trying, for learning. Then close that chapter. Not with anger, but with understanding. Because the moment you forgive yourself, you stop being the villain in your own story and become its hero again. Before this day ends, take a moment, right now, and thank yourself. For every time you showed up tired but still tried. For every time you kept going when no one saw your effort. For every piece of wisdom your pain has given you. Gratitude is not weakness, it's fuel. It reminds your mind that you are already enough to begin again. The Stoics believed in focusing on what you can control, and gratitude is the art of noticing how much that truly is. Your breath, your thoughts, your next decision, all within reach. So be proud of who you are becoming, not someday, but now. Because self-love isn't a destination. It's a daily decision to respect yourself before the world tells you how. At the end of your life, no one else's voice will matter more than the one inside your head. Make sure it's kind. Make sure it's truthful. Make sure it belongs to someone you're proud to be. Love yourself, not by saying it, but by living it. Because when you do, you don't just change how you see yourself, you change how the entire world responds to you. The Stoics called this inner mastery. Today we call it peace.